Today, I'm going to teach you what it takes to become the best Awper you possibly can be. I'm going to teach you what you need to do in order to start improving your Awping skills and to start ranking up, guys. Being an Awper is a very hard job, but if you utilize the gun properly and play like a professional player, it becomes one of the easiest and most overpowered guns in the game because of the one-shot nature. To me, it was really appealing to use the op when I was new to CSGO because there's no spray pattern to learn. There's, nothing hard like that to understand. It's literally a point and click gun. But if you're not actually playing the game properly, then it becomes such a nightmare to try to use the gun. But before we get into the video, guys, I have a message from the partner of today's vid. This video is brought to you by Keydrop. On Keydrop, you can open up a variety of cases that contain very cool drops. If you do not like what you unbox, they also have an upgrader mode that gives you a chance to win a better skin, or you can also use their skin changer mode to change your skin to one of your liking. They even have case battles where you can test your luck by opening custom cases against an opponent. There are also a ton of tasks that you can do to get free gold, which in turn allows you to open up free cases. They have a lot of different deposit methods, including credit cards, crypto, and even CSGO skins. And if you use my promo code CoJoMo, you get a free 50 cents and a 10% bonus on your deposit, which helps both of us out. Alright guys, now first things first, if you want to be an Awper inside of this game, everybody knows that skins equal wins. So if you actually want to get better at Awping and improve, you need to find a way to buy the most expensive Awp you possibly can. So I'm talking the Dragon Lore, the Gungear, the Desert Hydra. You need to have the highest class skins, and if you can't, you need to find a knockoff. Because what looks better than hitting some insane op flick and then inspecting your op right away? That way everybody knows you are the best Awper you can be. But if we're being serious, guys, the first thing I want you guys to focus on is actually just finding your comfort zone, right? And across all maps, you need to figure out where you're most comfortable using the op, because it's very unique in the fact that, you can op anywhere on these maps, and an active Awper is actually the best Awper possible. If you're a static player and you sit in the same spot the whole round, you're not going to be effective, right? So what I want you guys to understand is that positioning is your best friend as an Awper, right? You always need to be floating around the map when you can. So say you start window, you get a kill, maybe they smoke you off, do your thing, boom, you're floating around somewhere else, right? We're rotating in through murder hole and we're gonna go pick up B now. So just always float around and be active so that the other team has no idea where you're at. Positioning is going to help you out so much. And one bad habit I know a lot of Awpers do, including myself, because we try to get away with it, when you can, guys, re-peeking is going to hurt you. Say I'm posted up on this angle, boom, I get a kill, and instead of just falling back to a different angle, I'm greedy and re-peek. That is not necessarily good as an Awper. If you're playing bad players, you'll get away with it, but if you ever want to improve, you're going to be punished for doing stuff like that. Instead, take a shot from up there and fall to a different angle, boom, get a kill here. Now we're holding this, boom, you know what I mean? So always be thinking about how you can position and make the life so difficult for the other team. When you're playing, when you're re-peeking and playing stagnant, it's just going to be so readable and so predictable. Don't give the other team any chance to counter your overpowered gun. Use the overpowered gun how it should be used. Now, one thing I'll recommend to you guys as well is playing on a good sensitivity. I've done a video on what sensitivity you should be playing on. For me, I think that if you're an Awper, you kind of have to play on a higher sense, but I'd say anything 2.0 or, 1.8 on 400 DPI to maybe even 3.0, 400 DPI is the range maybe you should be in. Again, if you're an Awper, you can have higher sensitivity, guys, but it's all about consistency. You need to find a sensitivity that is really going to help you be consistent. And a lot of you guys, if you're playing on extremely high DPIs, like where you move your mouse a tiny bit and your screen goes like, psh, it's just going to be hard to be consistent. You'll look insane at times, but at the end of the day, there's going to be rounds where people are like, this guy is so bad because he just can't even hit a simple target. So find something that's going to be good for you. Like I said, for me, it's 2.0 on 400 DPI. If you want to check out my sensitivity video, it'll help you understand everything you need to know about that. But yeah, so finding that sensitivity is going to make you feel comfortable and you're gonna be a lot better. Now for aim training, guys, a lot of you ask me, like, how can we get better while Awping and aim training? And my simple answer is actually, Aim is important, but the most important thing is literally just finding these lines that you can hold. Say mid here on Mirage. You don't have to have insane aim if you're posted on an angle already, right? I'm posted on that top mid angle, they're gonna come into my crosshair. A lot of uppers, they're over here trying to like do these crazy flicks where they're breaking their wrists, like they're these hospital flicks that are trying to break their wrist and do these things, guys. To be honest with you, if you want to get better at opping, learn what angles you should be holding, and hold the angle and do that. So for me, aim training is more similar to what a rifler would do. You just get some op kills in there and do your thing. A lot of oppers are so paranoid about, oh, I need to hit all these flicks and I need to do everything. But man, if you just have good crosshair placement, or in this case like scope placement, whatever, with where you're holding, these flicks don't need to happen. Like the only thing they're gonna do is bail you out of bad situations, which it is good, right? But I see a lot of players focusing way too much on the raw aim, and then they wonder why they're dying so much while they're opping. It's because you're so focused on the aim and you're not worried about your positioning. You're so exposed because you're in aim labs like 5 hours a day doing these flicks and doing all this stuff, and then when you get into the game you look like an idiot because you're just playing to aim. You're playing to do that. A smart opper does not leave himself vulnerable to multiple angles when he can, right? It's the difference between holding an angle like this mid and just being exposed trying to hit both these sides because we are in aim labs doing all these flicks, right? Like, come on, like a good opper doesn't really worry about that too much. So that's the biggest mistake I see new players make, and I wouldn't worry too much if I were you guys, if you're trying to get into opping, about doing that. The aim will come naturally, and you should just be doing your normal aim training routine and worry about really positioning and watching better players and how they play. Which brings me to my last point, guys. If you want to get better at opping, there is no better way than to watch the pros and to watch the angles that they're holding and how they're doing. They're playing a different game than us, right? They're playing a different game than you in matchmaking, face it, me at my level. But at the end of the day, watching what angles they play and how they position is only going to improve you. It's only going to make you better because they know what they're doing. They know the risks and they know how how to push the limits as an opper, which is very important. So find your comfort zone, guys. Make sure to not overthink things, and the most important thing is just that positioning, because it's going to, one, help you get easy frags where they run into you, and two, it's going to make it so you don't even have to be that good of an aimer, right? You don't even have to really rely on your mechanics necessarily, because you're just so smart. So I hope that this helped you guys out. If it did, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to me. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subs this month, and if you do that, it would just mean so much. So thank you guys so much for watching. You all have a great day, and I'm going to keep pumping out these videos so that we can learn and get better together. Comment below any suggestions you have for me, and I'll listen. So peace out, guys. Thank you so much for watching.